We're explaining MySQL error 1449. The user specified as a definer does not exist. This error pops up when you try to create a stored procedure, function, trigger, or event in MySQL, and the user you've specified as the owner, the definer, doesn't actually exist in the MySQL user accounts. Let's break down why this happens and how to fix it. 1. Understanding the definer. When you create a stored program, like a stored procedure, you're essentially writing a piece of code that lives within the MySQL server. The definer clause specifies which MySQL user account owns this code. This is crucial for security because it determines which privileges the stored program has. If the definer user lacks the necessary permissions, the stored program won't function properly. The error arises when the user specified in the definer clause simply isn't a registered MySQL user. 2. Common causes. The most frequent reason for this error is a simple typo in the username within the definer clause. Double-check the spelling carefully. Even a minor mistake will cause the error. Another common cause is attempting to use a user account that has been deleted or disabled. Finally, if you're working within a different MySQL environment, the user might exist on your local machine, but not the remote server where you're trying to create the stored program. 3. Troubleshooting steps. First, verify the existence of the specified user account. Connect to your MySQL server using a user with sufficient privileges, like the root user. And run a query like select user from mysql.user, where user =, your underscore username. Replace your underscore username with the user you've specified in your definer clause. If this query returns nothing, the user doesn't exist. 4. Creating the user. If the user is missing, create the user account using the create user statement. For example, create user your username localhost, identified by your underscore password. Remember to replace your underscore username and your underscore password with the actual username and password. The localhost part specifies that this user can connect only from the local machine. You might need to adjust this depending on your requirements. Always use strong, unique passwords. 5. Granting privileges. After creating the user, you need to grant the necessary privileges to this user. Use the grant statement. For example, to grant all privileges on a specific database named MyDatabase, you'd use grant all privileges on MyDatabase. To your username, a localhost. Remember to flush privileges using the command flush privileges for the changes to take effect. Be mindful about granting excessive privileges. Only grant what is absolutely necessary. 6. Recreating the stored program. Once you've created the user and granted the required privileges, try recreating your stored procedure, function, trigger, or event. This time, MySQL should accept the definer clause without error. Always review your code for typos and ensure that you are connected to the correct MySQL server. Remember to carefully manage user accounts and their associated privileges.